What's up? So, sitting here having coffee, going through some of the emails and stuff that come in and some of the messages. Today, I will get to the texts that have come in. So, if you send a message and I haven't responded, getting to all of those today. So, if you're wanting to send a message, today's a good day to send it. And once it's posted, that phone number will be at the bottom here. So one of the things that I get hit with is a lot of people that have deals and they're looking for an investor. They're looking for a loan or even advice and questions. And in all three of those cases, you need a one pager. And so one of the things that's always frustrating me are like, hey, can we jump on the call and talk about a deal I've got? And it's like, no, I unfortunately don't have time to jump on a call. So, but it helps to filter out. Number one, if I can be of help, if it's a deal that I'm interested in. I think one of the things that people get confused is they want to get as many people on the phone and talk about what they're doing because they think they can convince them to invest or participate in the deal. And maybe you could, but it's just not the best use of your time. The best use of your time is to find the person who's already looking for that deal. Like there's somebody that wants to do that deal. And so you can waste your time trying to pull people into a deal that you're trying to sell them into, or you can spend your time still reaching out to some of those same folks, but asking them, hey, do you know who wants to do a deal like this? So I wanted to jump on instead of me just replying to each person like, hey, do you have one page? They were like, no, I don't have one page. What is it? What do you mean? I figured I'd do a video and share with you guys because we're doing deals. I want to hear from everybody about the deals you're doing because in Deal Makers Institute, we've got a whole lot of deal makers that even if I don't want to do the deal, I know a lot of deal makers because I have a program that creates deal makers. So it's in your best interest to get that info over there. Let me say hi to folks that are coming in, and then we'll talk about this one pager thing. Rob, what's up, homie? Good morning. What time is it at where you are right now? Jonathan Pierre, thanks for jumping in. Um, Infinite Intelligence, do you have a consultation or mentorship program? Yes, go to dealmakersinstitute.com and you can get info on that. Let me plug my computer up. Also, feel free to plug in any questions you guys have. I'll answer some questions. Being able to have fun to join Ace. Awesome, Steven. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. All right. So one of the things that it just makes it very, very easy to figure out, and it's like a filter. You're filtering out who are the people that are interested in my deal so that I can spend time with the people that are interested and not spend any time with the people that aren't interested. And I think when it comes to I'm getting a notification for my next meeting, but still got about 10 with you guys. So when it comes to the like, I think, as a deal maker, your most valuable asset, and I talk about this all the time, valuable asset is your time. And so you want to protect it. And, that whole thing that I was talking about, like there are a lot of people that think, all right, I want to talk to everybody possible, but your time is better spent trying to figure out who the right people are. And so one of the ways to do that is to filter out the people that aren't the right people. Like I want to aggressively filter out people And most people are trying to aggressively filter in folks. And one of the keys around that is remember there's 7 billion people. And in the old days, it was very important to have as many people as you could talk to in your personal network because that was what you had access to. Now we literally have access to billions. And so it's not the access that is valuable anymore. Anybody can reach anybody else. It's easier than ever in history to reach people. And so if you can spend time sending a message to someone that is the right person, you don't even need a personal relationship with them. If you use your network to find who's looking for this specific kind of deal, you don't have to spend a bunch of time trying to sell them because you get that deal in front of them. They're going to look at the one pager and say, hey, I've been looking for this deal. So in the one pager, it's just the highlights of what the business is. It's not like a prospectus because more than what the business itself is, it's what the deal is. And so what we talk about when it comes to the deal is 3 factors. One is the business, and we're looking at what's the income, just the simple things. What's the sales price? What's the income? What's the multiple? What's the kind of general idea behind the business? You don't have to go into a whole dissertation of this is everything that it does, but industry, it's kind of the highlights of the deal. So you're putting that for the business, and it's just really short. It's not even a ton of work. The second thing you're doing is you're putting what the deal structure is. And any investor, deal maker, financier that's gonna be very, very important. So in the deal structure, you're talking about the literal structure, and you're talking about the risks associated with the structure. So in the literal structure, you're saying, hey, here's the down payment, here's the financing, here's where I'm going to source this portion of the financing. If you're expecting that person to come in and participate, here's where you will participate, and here's what you receive in return: equity, interest, bloom, all of those things. The risk part of the deal structure is if things go south, here are the downsides. And this takes kind of have an analytical mind because it's not just, oh, like we will lose money. It's if things go down, we have this debt instrument that if that's not paid and we don't meet that, then they can take these assets. Equity will be wiped out first. People that have convertible notes will be converted to a note versus the equity. People who just have equity won't get it. But it's like really breaking down concisely the risk. And then the final thing is, in that kind of 3 pieces, it breaks into these 3 pieces: the business, the deal, and then the final piece is projections. And so this is, what do you think is going to happen here? My 2, 3 strategies that I'm going to be able to plug in and triple this business because this is missing. Here are the buyers, strategic buyers that I've already located, and they basically say if I can get it to this milestone, they're interested in acquiring. And so you are, just working to show this is what your return is going to be in the long run. So it's kind of short term, mid term, long term exit strategy. This is kind of the concise thing. So that, my friends, is very easy. It's a one pager. You really shouldn't reach out to anybody talking about a deal and not have a one pager, because when they ask you for the one pager and you say you don't have it, you're going to look like an amateur. So if you're raising capital, looking for partners, strategic partners, people that you want to participate in the deal, lending, all of those things, even if it's a financial institution, I like to send a one, even if it's something like an SBA loan, it's kind of standard thing. Just like, hey, regardless, it's going to show that you're a professional and taking it seriously. Awesome. All right. Yeah, man, I got the cozy robe on today. I've come before and I've had the silk robes. Quarantine has definitely up my robe game. I never knew how great it would be to work in a robe. Like that's just not something I do. So, yeah, I usually will wake up, get coffee, work in the robe. After this, I'll work out, change into my workout clothes. I've been doing this sweatsuit thing that is just who knew I could sweat that much. And then I'll put on normal clothes in the afternoon. Uh, and now the quarantine, just as a side note, in Colombia is slowly starting to lift. Not there's a lot of things that are open now. Restaurants are open for the first time in 6 months, which is beautiful. Uh, so let's see. Maroon Beauty 21. I missed the beginning, so we'll catch up on the replay. Absolutely, absolutely. Hit the like button. Thanks for jumping on. Hopefully, this is valuable. I do try to bring you guys the value. If you're watching this, subscribe, comment with other questions. Feel free to hit me on the phone number below. And thanks so much. Have a productive day.